Class 3, class 3, that is frequency meter, which is not in your syllabus because there is no circuit connection at all. Just connecting terminals of frequency meter to supply, it will give reading. Hence, this is not in the performing experiments. So we will go to class 4 and 5 now. Measurement of three-phase power using two wattmeters. Case A is resistive load. Okay, experiment number 4. In experiment number 5, you have same experiment but for inductive load. Okay, now circuit diagram is like this. Supply, three-phase supply, three-phase load, two wattmeters, one here W1 and W2. Ammeter and voltmeters are there just for indication. For power measurement, there is no need of ammeter and voltmeters. Right. See, the 2 wattmeter method is used when there is no neutral. When neutral is not used, you can use 2 wattmeter method. To measure power in a three-phase circuit, you have three methods: using 3 wattmeters, using 2 wattmeters, and using 1 wattmeter. 1 wattmeter can be used only if the load is balanced. 3 wattmeters are used when there is neutral also. 2 wattmeters are used when there is no neutral. If neutral is not used, then you can use 2 wattmeters. So connection is like this. The current coil of each wattmeter, Cc of wattmeter 1, this is wattmeter 1, say this is wattmeter 2. Cc of wattmeter 2, both are connected in series with the load, and the voltage terminal of each wattmeter are connected to the other terminal, other phase or other line. So current coil, two current coils in two lines in series, and then you have MC short, then the potential coils, the other terminal are shorted. D and V are shorted and given to the middle wire. Just first keep all the switches off, then close S1 and S2, then keep on increasing load. Note down both W1 and W2, W1 and W2. Add W1 and W2, you will get total power. You will have wattmeter constant. You know that you have studied in first year electrical laboratory. So wattmeter constant formula is this: V selected into I selected into cos phi by full scale reading or full scale deflection. Okay. So if you want to measure cos phi, first you will have to measure tan phi. Tan phi is given by root 3 into W1 minus W2 by W1 plus W2. Kindly refer to the search Google and search there formula for power factor or tan phi in a three-phase circuit using 2 wattmeters. Okay, you will get this formula. Okay, this is in the numerator. root 3 into W1 minus W2, and this is in the denominator. Here I cannot write it in a single line. Hence, kindly refer to Google Map. Sorry, Google search. Okay. So this is numerator, this is denominator. You will get tan phi. Then take inverse of tan phi. You will get phi. Okay. Then you can add another step. Phi is equal to inverse of tan phi. Okay. Phi is equal to inverse of tan phi. That means tan inverse of tan phi. You will get 5. Then take cos phi. You can also write like that. You will get 5. Then cos phi you will get directly like that. You can write. Now this becomes easy for you to understand. So 4 steps. And then also write down M1 for W1 and M2 for W2. Okay. You can write here like this. We'll write that earlier. M1 here and M2 here. See, for UPF wattmeter, cos phi is 1. Here you have to write 1. UPF means unity power factor, means high power factor. For resistive load, you will use unity power factor wattmeter. Okay, for resistive load. For inductive or capacitive load, which is the next experiment, okay, fifth one, we will use LPF wattmeter for inductive load. LPF wattmeter for inductive load. In LPF wattmeter, we will short L and C. In UPF wattmeter, we will short M and C. To remember easily, see, M goes to main, L goes to load, V means voltage, and C means common, which is shorted. So, in the next experiment, you have inductive load. Okay. Use inductive load and LPF wattmeters and short L and C. Okay. See here. In case of inductive load, okay, before that there is theory. See, this is the theory. When cos phi is 1, when cos phi is 1, okay, when cos phi is 1, where is phi? Okay, now let us write this phi. When cos phi is 1, both W1 will be equal to W2 and equal. W1 will be equal to W2. Okay, when power factor is lesser than 0.1 but more than 0.5, W1 and W2 both will be positive. If cos phi is more than 0.5, both W1 and W2 will be positive. But if power factor is 1, W1 will be equal to W2. This you have studied in your first year electrical basics. When power factor is 0.5, one of the wattmeter will read 0. The other wattmeter will be positive and it will give the total power. Total power will be always equal to W1 plus W2. But in this case, one of them will be 0. So one itself, the other one itself will give you total power. When power factor becomes lesser than zero point 0.5, what happens is the deflection torque in the instrument will become negative and the wattmeter needle will kick back, means it will give negative reading. See, if any wattmeter needle kicks back, means shows negative reading. Okay, switch off the power supply. Then reverse either its current coil or potential coil. So what happens when we reverse either potential coil or current coil? What happens is when you reverse M and L, what happens is current which was flowing from M to L will now flow from L to L, L to M. Then deflection torque will become negative, means it will become reverse. So negative of negative will become positive. Hence the reading will now become positive. But actually what we are doing is wrong. Hence we have to take that wattmeter reading as negative. That is W2. Okay, so if this wattmeter is kicking back, is showing negative reading, immediately switch off the supply, else the wattmeter needle will get bent. Okay, so switch off the supply, then reverse either current coil or potential coil, means interchange M and L or C and V, not both. If you interchange both, then it will become negative negative, means again same. So interchange either potential coil or current coil, but not both of that wattmeter which was kicking back. Then take that wattmeter reading as negative. And then while substituting in the formula, now W2 value you should write it as negative. If this gives 100 and this gives 80, now this you will write here minus 80. Okay, so 100 plus minus 80 will give you plus 20. So that is how the experiment is done. Better if you write nameplate details of the inductive load in your record and observation book. No need to write in examination. Fine.